God bless you. God bless you. We are simply under the canopy. Simply under the canopy. It is the second Sunday of 2022. And it's always good to be in this place of joy. In fact, look into someone next to you in the eyes and tell him, it is God and it is only God. It is God and it is only God. Only God can happen as my life. And God is happening as love as my life. Creativity is happening as my life. God feels through me. God feels through me. God hears through me. God smells through me. I am simply the satisfaction of God. I am simply the satisfaction of God. And truly, we are the satisfaction of God. When we allow God to see through us, when we allow God to feel through us, when we allow God to hear through us, we are of ourselves for nothing, but only God doing things through us. Welcome once again to our Sunday service here at 58 Gorange Park Avenue, Micham, CR4 to DG. As protocol demands, I can see all of you are in your mask. Yes, we are in a moment of mask. As now they are saying we should be learning how to live with the COVID. I was telling my younger brother this morning that if COVID is to tell us how to live in harmony, how to know that the actions of me affect the actions of all, then COVID is a beautiful thing and it should stay with us. So I'm glad all of us are in our masks. If in the course of our service you are to feel, a little bit of temperature, please, we have qualified individuals here who will be able to assist you. So draw our attention to that. If for any reason there is fire, behind me we have one of our fire exits. And on my left, we have two more doors that we can use to exit the place. And we meet just outside of Gorange Park Avenue. Yes, let's keep it that very simple. And we make sure we do all our possible best, if need be, to sanitize our hands so that we keep all the COVID protocols. I can see we are well spaced in here. And to our online streamers, I would humbly welcome you once again to our service today. If at any point in time you would want to join us right here in person, it's 58 Gorange Park Avenue, Micham, CR4 to DG. Your presence is always welcomed. Well, today I can see we have two beautiful new faces here, and I welcome you here in our temple. Today we begin our service with meditation, which will be led by our Brother Kofi Dampare, one of our senior mystics here at the Theon Mission UK. Right after that, we will invite our Sister Efua Asantua Ahoga Dofia to give us our vision call. Yes, we need to remind ourselves of our vision call. Right after that, we will do some few songs, and then I'll tell you about who is mounting the podium this very morning. So without much ado, let us relax and allow our Brother Kofi Dampare to take over from here. God bless you.
God bless you. Let us be comfortably seated on our seats. And in your mind's eye, see the love around you. The love of the sun shining. Yes. That love around you. The sun shining, keeping your body warm. And all other things working. That is in your mind's eye. Feel the air that you breathe in your mind's eye. That without this air, without the air, you are nobody. You are nothing. Feel that love, that the air constantly being there for you to be alive. And in your mind's eye, take your mind to yesterday, where it was raining constantly. Without the restorative grace of the waters that restores and nourishes our being, we would not be here. And then, in your mind's eye, feel the stabilizing power of the earth, the ground that you walked on to this place, the ground that your feet are on this very moment. All these powers, these energies, these elements make you what you are. That is absolute love, regardless of what you think. That is the God love. That is the God love of the elements, constantly at your service. Now, gently and calmly draw your attention within. And feel all these combined forces of love, absolute love, around you in the silence of your being. Just enjoy and embrace this absolute love. Let not the attention be swayed. The God power of love, the power of the elements, Enjoy this love. The love that through the elements giving you the power to go about your business from morning, from dawn to dusk. In your waking moments and in your sleeping moments. That power of love, caring, loving, embracing you as the satisfaction of God. That is the only constant of the universe. Love. So in the silence, let's feel that love everywhere of your being. Now this is meditation. Now turn your attention to the left and embrace the elements of the air. Your attention to the left, to your left, and embrace the power and love of the element air. Yes, enjoy and embrace it. Love it as it is loving you. Yes. Love the air. Love the air. Love the air. Consciously do it. Enjoy the air. Feel it in your being. Yes. And then consciously turn your consciousness to where I am sitting now. That is where the power of the sun, consciously feeling the warmth of the sun, feel the warmth and the love of the sun. And then now, slowly, your attention to your right. That is the power of the elements, of the restorative grace, the waters. Power of the restorative grace, the love of the restorative grace. Without it, you wouldn't be here. And then behind you, the power of absolute love, the stabilizing power of the earth in the silence. Yes. Feel that strength. Feel that holding power of the earth. Strength. And now kindly and gently bring your attention to where you are. Feel your presence in this room. Embracing the love that you are, the love of the elements. Yes. Let your presence be in this room. Now turn your head to your right. And to your left. Bring in your presence, feeling your feet firmly on the floor. Great Abba Jehovah. Great Abba Jehovah. Great Abba Jehovah, God of the universe, God of the universes, the seen and unseen, the known and the unknown. We embrace that which we are as you. We are awakening to the truth. We are awakening to the truth of today's teaching. Teaching to be a blessing unto our lives and to all of life. We thank you for this day and the possibilities that will ever follow. We thank you now and forever. Amen. 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 Now gently and calmly open your eyes and enjoy the proceedings of the day. From the center of truth and love, I bless you. I bless you. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you. Another one, God bless you. We've just come from love's meditation. So we're feeling the love, aren't we? So from love, we jump into joy. And we remind ourselves of our vision call. And I always say, with every reminder each week, is for us to embody it. So we read the Ethereum Mission Vision Call. The Ethereum Mission Vision Call is a statement of faith. Its message directly appeals to the soul and empowers it. In it is embodied the Ethereum Christ vision, which states, see the good and the divine in yourself and in all of life. Life is at Congress, working for our highest good and the good of the universe. We are conscious and we are here as conscious and active participants in life's effort to establish the kingdom of God, which embraces all of humanity, irrespective of their race, creed, or culture here on earth. We are the divine expressions of God, determined to make this happen through the practical application of our Christ vision, which adjusts us to see the good and the divine in ourselves and in all of life.
Yes.
We declare, knowing it to be true, that our lives are good.
Yes,
Our
yes.
good is getting better,
Definitely.
and our best shines. We are here on earth to do God and to be gods of truth and love, and so we are.
And so we are. Thank you, Brother Kofi, and thank you, Sister Asantwa, for our vision call, reminding us of our vision call. Today, we have a very beautiful speaker. And for the very ones who watched our crystal service or who were here for our crystal service on Wednesday, that is just a clue as to the very person who is mounting the podium for us today. Well, our crystal service is still on our social media handles, so you can definitely go back and watch it once again. We have Brother Kofi Ahoga Dofia, who is giving us a very beautiful message today. He's one of the very new, wonderful, powerful speakers we have here at the Theon Mission. And if you watched our crystal service, you are certain that when he speaks, he's just reminding you of what you truly are. Without much ado, with a round of applause, let's welcome Brother Kofi Ahoga Dofia, who is mounting the podium for us today. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Thank you very much. Thank you. And before Brother Kofi starts everything, we will sing one hymn now so that we get him in the mood to give us some power message. God bless you.
Yes, God bless you. Let us sing Christ's Age, hymn 23. Oh, awake, my glorious light. Oh, awake, my glorious light. 2. Oh, awake, my glorious light, which will shine to darken my. I am Christ, the risen Christ, shining through eternity. Who will serve the host of light, dwelling in the realms of bliss? Hark, I call, you shall respond. Hail my master and my friend. I shall turn their hearts to right, and the dawn to noonday bright. Christ's kingdom shall come to earth. Christ shall reign in hearts of men. Therefore Christ will reign supreme in all nations far and near. And the people of this earth shall reign in the truth of Christ. Then with my great mighty voice we shall sing and shout thy name, ever glorious every might, shall perfection full and free. This our song of victory shall remain upon our lips, engraved deep within our hearts. It shall be our guiding light. The last verse again, yes. This our song of victory shall remain upon our lips, and great deep within our hearts. It shall be our guiding light. Yes, God bless you. Before he starts.
God bless you. It shall be our guiding light.
Yes, exactly.
Amen.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It shall be our guiding light. The consciousness of the light. Yes, the consciousness of the light that will lead us to our true self, to our true Christ self. And today, the big boss himself is going to lead us to the topic conscious choice. Yes, consciously choosing the right thing to do. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you. You know, Kofi's always think alike, so you know. It's a beautiful day. And I'm always happy if I see one particular face. And it couldn't have been any other day than today. I know she knows. And he who knows who I'm talking about. God bless you. Hello, my sister. Right. Let me quickly welcome our online streamers who are been faithful with us through the past year and continuing in 2022. And all of us gathered here today in the Tyrian Mission UK Temple. As usual, it's our Sunday service. The weather is good, so we are happy in London, isn't it? God bless you. Today, our topic is the power of conscious choice. Not just choice, but conscious choice. The power of conscious choice. And I term it, choice your free will. See, the difference between choice and conscious choice is that we make just choices. You can make any choice at all. But the ability to determine the right choices you make makes it conscious. So that is why the power of conscious choice. So by the grace of God, after the today's teaching, I believe and I know that we'll all live here fully equipped to be able to make our choices consciously. You see, life is full of choices. Life is blessed us with infinite choices. So many choices. That's what life is giving us. And life is giving us that free will to choose the choices we want for our evolution. And many a times, do we choose the right choices? Or do we make the right decisions? We know the answer to that question. Most often, we get caught up in a web where the thoughts that come to our mind, the very things we think of, are they our thoughts? Or they are thoughts of other people or thoughts lingering all over? We know the answer to that question. Because sometimes we take certain decisions or we do certain actions and then you come to the realization that, oh, actually, I made this choice and I did this. I shouldn't have. And then upon reflection, you realize that, oh, what I was even thinking of was not the way it was, or was it my choice? So somebody's thought or somebody's thought, what somebody's thought of a situation has influenced or impacted you to make a decision which you've come to realize that it's not really, you wouldn't have taken that action. So it's right to say that sometimes the thoughts we think of are not our thoughts. And we need to own our own thoughts because we are unique in our own self. Each of us here have unique, peculiar, different DNAs. No two people's DNA can be the same. Therefore, allowing somebody's thoughts to influence the choices or decisions you make means you are contaminating your own DNA. God bless you. Right. Sometimes you fall sick, and they go to your hospital, your doctor, they give you your medication, and it's up to you to take the medication. The doctor will not be in your house with you, or the nurses will not be there. But there are those who make the choice of not taking their medication, and those who judiciously go according to what the physician says. We all know the outcomes. Some people regret taking certain decisions. You see, a choice or a decision, an instant choice or an instant decision you can take within a particular time can make or unmake you. It can define your whole being. For instance, another example, we on print media, social media, televisions, everywhere, we hear the adverts flying all over about eating junk foods. I'm not condemning them anyway. But if you are caught up or in a habit of constantly feeding your body temple with in quotes, let me use this word, with garbage, then this body temple is what you need to steer you in this life's evolution. So you need this body to be healthy. And whatever you put in your body, if it is good, if it is not good, Sometimes if you want to play with or adhere to the dictates of of your taste buds, you will realize that you are feeding your body with what you shouldn't be feeding it with. The choice is yours. None of us here will come to anybody's house or eat this or come and inspect your shopping or whatever. That is why Ethereum Machine has put programs like health reset and other things in place. So just in case, if you find yourself a victim in those directions, you quickly realign yourself to a physical, healthy body. But then the question is, do we take it up judiciously? We know individually. God bless you. So those are some of the choices that we thank you. Those are some of the choices we make. God bless you. If you I don't think any of us here smoke, but if you are to observe, I believe we've all seen tobacco boxes before. Tobacco boxes. They boldly write on the boxes, smoking can be harmful to your health, and smoking can kill you. They boldly write them on the boxes. In actual fact, it's part of the World Health regulation to actually put that there on the box. So you can't be a tobacco company without not putting on the box the harmful effects of smoking. So it's there. You can see it black and white. But then people still buy it. And they smoke it. And one thing that captivates me on the tobacco boxes, it's not just the inscription or the writing. They actually put a graphic design of a graphic picture of the heart and how it deteriorates on the box. So you can see the photo. If you can't read or write, you can see the photo. But then people still go buy them and they smoke it. So that is making a conscious choice. They have made those conscious choices to go and to put their health in such jeopardy. So, brothers and sisters, the choices we make. Let's look at another example. Let's say you go out of this temple today and you meet, an authentication outside. Somebody comes into you with whatever, pushing you. Some of these things happen. The choice is for you to just walk away and be your Ethereum, call forth your Ethereum practices. Just quietly walk away or face the person head on. If it's argument, you tighten your belts and you argue properly. If it's blows, you do the blows. And then eventually maybe you just push the person slightly, especially if it's an elderly person. And then the person falls to the floor, ambulance, the person dies. And then what happens? The next time, the Metropolitan Police is in your house. You are charged with manslaughter. So a choice. See, what I'm trying to drive at is that a choice, a 2-minute, 2-second choice you make can either make you or unmake you. A choice can enslave you for the rest of your life. A choice can enslave you. A choice can make you its master for the rest of your life. I mean, the example I gave earlier on, if you happen to have an ailment and you refuse to take your medication and you deteriorate, it gets to a point where maybe the doctors cannot help anymore. You've enslaved yourself for the rest of your life because of that choice. God bless you. So, it's a daily affair that we all make. This morning, the sun is out, but it's a little bit cold. We could have chosen to be in our beds, but we want to nourish our souls. So we got on in our cars. Those who don't want to have parking tickets and those went on the bus. You go on the bus, change 2, 3, 4 buses to get here. That is the choice you made this morning. God bless you. And I bless all of us here in the temple. You see, it's two sides of the coin. There are those who sat down to equally make conscious choices. You see, all of these choices are conscious. The moment you decide, you see, what you do over and over and over and over then becomes your choice. If you, once in a while, you, just go and get some chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I mean, that's all right. God bless you. But if every day is McDonald's, Every day. I'm not saying McDonald's is not good. That's not what I'm saying. But, I mean, you know where I'm trying to go. So, whatever choices we make repeatedly, then we can then say we are making them consciously because we keep doing it. There are those who sat down to say, you know what? Humanity cannot just be glued to planet Earth. Let's see what's happening out there. And then they made a choice. Maybe they wanted to probably experiment the Christian phenomenon or believe that God is hanging somewhere up there. So the white man decided to go up there and see what's happening. And then in the quest of maybe doing that, okay, let's do space exploration. You know, yesterday I was watching the news and, there is a giant telescope now up there. I've forgotten the name, but thank you. You see, they've planted a telescope up somewhere. A million miles away. And through the help of all of those telescopes, today we can have our mobile phone satellite networks, our Wi-Fi's and all of those. So they made those choices to get out of their comfort zone. And we are enjoying the fruits of those labors. Some also saw the way fishes move about and like, you know what? Let's see if we can move about under the sea. And today, human being can move a whole village under the sea. So these are some of the choices that we make. God bless you. Let's have a reading to support us, please. Proverbs 23:7. It reads, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, we all know we think from the mind. But the Bible is saying, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. We think from our mind. But the thinking from our mind has to be backed with feeling from our heart for the manifestation, for the results. So thinking from your heart alone, from your mind alone, is not enough. You back it with that feeling. That's what scripture is telling us. Let's look at another one again. Genesis 1:27. And God created man in his own image. You know, I want us to just capture, that's why I went for these short verses, so we can capture this thing properly. And God created man in his own image. This is the confirmation, the biblical confirmation that God created us in his image. You know, the accounts have this adage, koto wanoma, meaning the crab does not give birth to the bird. So if God created us in his own image and likeness, that means we are the children of God. That means we are God. And being part of God means God cannot let us down. That is not possible because we are extensions of God. Just like the sun and its ray. It's impossible for the sun to deny its ray because the sun, the ray of the sun is an extension of the sun. In actual fact, the sun is its ray and the ray is the sun. God bless you. power of conscious choice. See, as we sit here, we all have our individual thoughts. Even though you may be listening to me, some thoughts will just flash through, will just come up, We make choices on minute, second basis. Maybe you are sitting, you are thinking, oh, I need to go to work later on. Your mind is just swayed a little bit to that thought. I need to go to work. After service, I need to pass through the market and buy something quickly. So we make choices, let me even say on minute basis. On minute basis. Our life is full of choices. That is why it's important that we are very conscious about the choices we make. Nelson Mandela, in his one of his renowned interviews, said, the West wants to impose their enemies on him. Okay, let me break it down. Now the West, let's say, if America or whatever has an enemy, countries have their allies. So let's say Britain will say, America is my ally, America is my friend, or Ghana is my friend, or this is that. Because some of the rich countries support some of the less deprived countries, when they have, let's say America has problem with Russia, America will now say, South Africa, Russia is now my enemy. So don't do business with Russia, or don't engage with Russia diplomatically or whatever. So Nelson Mandela had to take a bold step to say, your enemy cannot be my enemy. So your enemy could be America, your enemy can be Russia. But so far as I'm concerned, Russia is a very good friend to South Africa. God bless you. And most often, we practice this in our individual lives. If I have a personal problem with my sister sitting there, then I expect that because my brother is my friend, shouldn't have anything to do with that sister. God bless you. The power of conscious choice. So Nelson Mandela says, if someone has problem with someone, let the person have his problem. It is not your problem. So that's the power of conscious choice. Nelson Mandela was very thick up there. He was bold and made that statement. And people couldn't believe he could stand up to that truth. But that is truth. God bless you. Now, you see, the question then will go, with all you've said, how do we make conscious choices? Or how can we make conscious choice? If you look at the popular, it's a very known one, the story of the prodigal son. I believe we all know that. Luke 15, 11 to 21. For the sake of time, I will only paraphrase it, and then you can read it later to support you. So, the prodigal son made a conscious choice to approach the father. Can I have the share of your property? And then the father also made a conscious choice and gave it to the prodigal son. And the prodigal son went away. Did all he could do. But the interesting part of the story is that when the prodigal son realized that he had messed up, He had blown all his fortune in thin air. You see, each of us sitting here is loaded and coded with the power of conscious choice. And we need to know that. We are loaded and coded with the power of conscious choice. So at any point in our life, we have the power to make a conscious choice. So that's what the prodigal son did. When he realized that he was in deep waters, he just sat down and said to himself, after all, my father is my father. I've messed up. I'm not going to be shy. I've messed up. I have to put all my egos and my pride aside and activate the original power of conscious choice that God loaded and coded in me. I have to activate it. So what did he do? He rose to that awareness, to that consciousness. And all he needed to do was switch back on his power of conscious choice. And then he took the step, went back to his father. Then the father also had another choice again. You see, I come from the Ewe land. In the Ewe land, our fathers are used to disowning children. If you misbehave, they will just disown you just like that. Yes. Your father can just cut you off. They don't talk to you, you are no more there, and that's it. But the father of the prodigal son also switched on the power of his conscious choice. He could have chosen to say, young man, you've finished, go away. Let the one there, let those here also enjoy. But he said, no. This is my son. If he's realized he's made a mistake and he's come back, let me accept him. So that brings me to my reading I read earlier on Genesis 1:27. And God created man in his own image and likeness. Brothers and sisters, if the father of the prodigal son could even accept the prodigal son back in all of what the prodigal son did, God, who created you, the source from which you emerge from, can never, ever disown you. All you need to do is return back to your father, mother God, and God will open his arm and embrace you. So if we make certain choices that are not in resonance with our godlike characters or our godlike natures, all we need to do is switch back on our conscious choice buttons, rise to that awareness. In fact, bring ourselves to remembrance that we have this power, and then you simply exercise it. For your father, he's always there to receive you, regardless. You see, today I think I'm in the Ewe spirit. There is another adage. It means if your child defecates on your thigh, you don't use a knife to cut it. You clean it. And if she does or he does again, you clean. In as many times as they do, you keep cleaning. You see, we, in this evolution, in this our evolution, we one way or the other, we may come across certain scenarios or situations where we make certain choices that we know are not in resonance with our godlike natures. Please, always remember, God will clean your nemesis from his thigh. Yes. Whatever you think is so unacceptable to God he will just clean it from it. You see, today, let's personalize God. Let's see God as a human being. God will clean it from there. So whatever choices you've made, just make a U-turn from those choices. Rise to your prodigal son consciousness. We all know the prodigal son is an allegorical story in the Bible. So you come to your prodigal son consciousness, and then you employ those qualities. God bless you. Sometimes some of the choices we make, we need to move a little bit from our comfort zones. Sometimes we are so comfortable in our comfort zones. So making certain choices are so difficult for us. You know, sometimes to make a conscious choice, you need to move out a little bit from your comfort zone. Don't forget, when the river meets the obstacle, it either breaks through it or it meanders its course around it. So when you move out of your comfort zone and you meet any obstacle, switch on the power of your conscious choice, and you either break through it or your Father will help you find a way around it. That is life. That is nature. You see, I want us to personalize this teaching. So I have an image I want all of us to watch, just on moving out of our comfort zone. If my brother can put it on the screen for us, please. God bless you. So we can all see the image on the screen. That's a fish in the river. And those branches of a tree. Yes. You can see there are some fruits, sweet nectar fruits over there. So the possibility that this fish territory is around here, and maybe these things have been falling, and the fish realizes that something sweet has been coming. How do I get it? So the fish decided to come out of his or her comfort zone and grab the thing and come back. You see, in doing so, this fish is exposed. There could be challenges. Somebody could just catch it into the boat or whatever. A passerby could just throw the net and catch it. That's why I said some of the choices we make can either make or unmake us. This choice could unmake this fish. It could have been the end of the fish. God bless you. Thank you, my brother. So sometimes we need to move out a little bit from our comfort zone if the choices we want to make demand or requires that. We all know we are here to evolve, be in service for the promotion of life. It is up to us individually to make that choice. The choice is ours. Do you want to evolve? Do you want to grow your soul? Like Brother Ishmael is breaking it down for us. The 4 stages of life. Once we were spirit beings in the realms of spirit. And then phase 2, that was phase 1. Phase 2, we found ourselves in the womb. In the womb, we didn't have any choice. 9 months or 12, 15, whatever, you will come out. And then we came out from the stomach. Phase 3 is where we are now. Over here, you don't have a choice. You will live here. There is no human being who will stay here forever. We will all live here at some point. When we live here, where do we go? Back into the realms of spirit. So this is where we, as the Guru has taught us, we have our playmates and to grow our souls, because we have the human flesh experience. The choice is ours to grow our souls here or not to grow them. God bless you. That was just by the way. God bless you. You see, a Children Mission does not just throw these teachings in the air without supporting it or backing it with the, how to arrive there. So there is the decisional process or decision process to help you make your choices consciously. Decision process is a two-step process. A two-step process. First, you identify the decision you want to take. And then two, you actually take the decision. So let's say you want to be a nurse. You employ all of your 5 senses. You engage them. Your sense of see, touch, taste, smell. So you experience being a nurse. And then you act, that's step 1. And then step 2, you take the step to becoming a nurse by taking the required steps. Or let's say you want to upgrade yourself at your workplace, and all you need to do is do 1 or 2 courses. So first you've identified that I'm a junior staff. I want to be a senior staff. But then to be a senior staff, this is what you have to do. So you identify it. And then after identifying it, what you need to do to become a senior staff, you do it. If you have to write some exams or do some courses or whatever, you do it. If, another example, let's say you want to start a trade. You identify the trade you want to start. And then you actually, when you employ all of your 5 senses, then you actually take the step. So decisional processing is taking the step, identifying those 2 steps, identifying what you want to do, and then doing it. Let's simplify it that way. Identify what you want to do and doing it. So identifying it alone is not enough. But then you actually have to make the move of doing it. So you see, when you identify it and you engage your 5 senses, and you can experience it, it then becomes experiential. So you can see you in that trade. You can see you wearing the nursing uniform. You can see you being the pilot. You can see you being the teacher. You can see you being that. You can see you being that. And then you take the step. So that is decisional process. God bless you. When you start making your choices consciously, you realize that you become so courageous. You become so courageous, you have inner peace. You become so bold. Because you activate a certain power within you. Because you know that the choice I'm making or the thoughts that are coming to my mind that I'm thinking, and I'm backing it with feeling from my heart, they are mine. It's not somebody telling me to think this, or I haven't gone to watch TV and someone is doing this, so I have to also go and do it. No. You own your choices. You own your thoughts. You own your actions. God bless you. So you say your inner strength obviously would become more heightened. You become a strong person. You will just not be like the tree that gets blown when the wind is towards the south. The tree bends to the south. When the wind changes its course to the north, the tree bends. You realize you are not just today they say this, then you are there. No. You become more stable, more focused, bold. You become more fulfilled. More fulfilled because your choices are your own choices. Imagine you go and visit someone and they cook a benkwai and you want to eat nkatenkwai. But then, because they've cooked that benkwai, you can't tell the person to cook nkatenkwai. You eat it like that. God bless you. So you see that the benkwai you are eating, it's not what you wanted to eat, but you have to eat it. But when you make conscious choice, you realize that you will not just eat anything or partake in anything or whatever. Because you sit down consciously and you think of what you want to do. And you do it. So you have that inner strength, you become more fulfilled. And then you create your desired soul. At the end of the day, we are all here to evolve, as I said earlier on. Be in service to promote life. The only reason you may miss the mark is because you are not thinking what you have to think, or you are not doing the right things by having the right choice, making the right choices. Maybe your choices are choosing you. Your choices are choosing you. You are not choosing your choices. So with that, it will be difficult for you to grow your desired soul. But if you see something that happens on daily basis, in fact, I even want minute basis, as I said earlier on. Something you do on every minute, we are making choices. You see, definitely will become part and parcel of you. So if you are in charge of the choices you make on minute basis, you will realize that you are creating your soul, your desired soul you want. And if your soul, you are on the right path, you can be confident. I know why I'm here. I'm here to evolve. I am being in service, and I'm promoting life. Obviously, you have so much inner peace. And we know the ultimate foundation of a Tyrian mission is to see world peace in our lifetime. And we all have to contribute individually in our small quota. But the only way that can be achieved is to have inner peace. If you don't have inner peace, you can't have world peace. God bless you. Without inner peace, world peace is not possible. So if you grow, if you make the right choices every minute, and you have inner peace, then ultimately we have world peace. God bless you. Can we please get ready for our transformational meditation, please? Let's be comfortably seated, back fully erect, hands on our lap. And with the next in and out breath, let's gently allow our eyes to close. What is the learning in this teaching? What are your revelations? Revelations are what I didn't say, but in the course of the teaching, it popped in your mind. What is your revelation? Please allow this to happen now. How is this learning transforming you? How is your life becoming more fulfilled as a result of this teaching? What life-changing decisions are you making as a result of this teaching? Please allow this to happen now. How are you fully transformed as a result of this teaching? Please allow this to happen now. Brethren, we'll be coming to the end of our meditation shortly. In the next 3 in and out breaths, gently allow your eyes to open. God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you. You all heard the power, the topic, the power of conscious choice. Yes. The floor is now open for contributions. Contributions. Anybody? Okay, I'll start the ball rolling. Years ago, 30 years ago, I remember I was a minicab driver, and I was going on it was a one-way road, 3 lanes, and I was in the middle lane. I was just kept going, and then we got to the traffic light. My window was wound down a little bit. And then I had a passenger in the car. And then these 2 ladies they came in front of me, they parked their cars, and then they started shouting, screaming at me. I don't know what I did. And then one of them hit me. And I just, because I know the blows will be coming, 2 white girls. So I just wound it up a little bit, and I said, what happened? And then, I don't know. So my passenger said, are you going to sit down for them to be pitying you like this? And I said, first of all, it's not the right thing to do as a passenger in my car. And then second, I don't know. He said no. He was saying, you can go to the police station. I'll be your witness. White man and white woman. And the black person in the middle. That's not a good recipe. But I consciously decided not to do anything. I was just doing it, and then I just wound the window up, and then one of them spat through the window in my face. I got a tissue, I wiped it, and I continued my journey. And the guy was in the car. I said, I cannot believe he was expecting that of a black person to react, and I didn't react. I have a job to do. I just dropped. They said, if you need me, give me his number. He gave me his details. If you need me, I'll come to the police station. I said, that is not my cup of tea. I've wiped my jaw was a bit thing, but I wiped the spit out of my face, and I continued the day. It didn't bother me. But it was a conscious decision that I took at that time. Anybody could have reacted anyway to have that, the effect that they are expecting. But that is not what I want in my life. I had a whole day. It was my first job. And you want me to go and fight and go to the police station? No, hell no. They say, so they said it was a conscious decision, a conscious choice for me not to fight. And then I continued. I made my day. I didn't tell anybody. Even when I went home, I didn't say anything to my body. And the controller, I didn't say anything to. And I continued my work, and I'm still here. You see, so some choices that we make can influence our lives for the rest of life. You don't know what these people can do. They can, there's only me against them. If he doesn't come up to the court, what do I do? God bless you. Any more contribution? Yes, Sister Asantua.
God bless you. It's okay. Yes. God bless you. I think it's all been said, but you know when you sit back and you think, choices over the period what has made you today, you know, and to be consciously choosing, it's so important. And we do know, and he did mention it, Kofi mentioned that, you know, thought waves are flowing to you every moment. So when you are making a decision, be so sure in yourself that this is your decision. Because sometimes other people's or other friends, so for instance, if all my friends happen to be doctors and I happen to be the only one who is not a doctor, somewhere in my thinking, I'm feeling I have to do something to be at level with them. So it's a thought flowing. But would the choices I make me achieve that intention of thinking I have to be a par here? Or would I make a choice that takes me towards maybe catering? You know, I'm a caterer, but I'm exceptionally good in my catering. So what I'm saying here is, don't let the people around you's choices influence what you must become. Be your exceptional self every minute and feel happy in your exception. Because life has not made everyone to be the same. Thank you and God bless you.
Like I said on 31st, I came to London, England, to do nursing and then continue into midwifery because that's what I'd wanted to do when I was 10 years old. And when I came, like I said, my brother was, every week I will get a letter and he will call. The reason why you came, focus on it. So I had a choice not to listen to him. Very true. I had a choice not to listen to him and do whatever I wanted with my life. But I chose to listen to him, and I became what I came here to do. And I'm so grateful to him for that encouragement, the reason why you came to England. Focus on it. God bless you.
God bless you. Just a quick question. When you know what you're focusing on, but sometimes as a young adult you go through challenges, things, as Auntie Asante was saying, like the wind might blow you, but you know if it blows you, it's not going to distract you because you know what you're focused on. But if you know your intention of certain things in life, but you feel like, I don't know how to say it, like you don't compare yourself to your friends, but like, you know, as black people, our parents are very, it's either you work or you go to uni. Do you know what I mean? That lifestyle. If you're none of them, then do you get what I'm trying to say? But when you feel like you have challenges, but you just don't know how you're meant to, I mean, for me, when I go through challenges, now my mindset is life gives me them challenges because life knows I can manage with the challenges. That's what I say now. So when I go for a situation where I'm lost and stuff, I just feel like as an Etherean, if life knew I couldn't manage it, it wouldn't give it to me. Does that make sense? To some people, it would be 10 times harder. But for me to like, I don't know if it's true or not, but for me to just keep my head up and then still continue with life, I just say, I didn't bring myself here. Life brought me here. So before I was created, it knew my issues, or what's the word? Like, do you know what I mean? Your condition or problem. But when you know your intention, but you feel like there's things blocking your intention, or how do you go? I don't know how to explain it, if that makes sense. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I work with children. I've always worked with children. I'm now going to go into health and social care. My intention is to work with children with health conditions, long-term conditions, you know what I mean? But I learn freely on the setting, if that makes sense. So when people say to you, oh, why don't I go to uni and stuff? It's not that my choice is not to go, but with I don't know how to, like the way I learn on the setting, if that makes sense. But when you feel like people, I mean, they might look down to you as if you're no one, or how do you?
I think you already, you've answered yourself, because this is what you know. This is what you want to become. And this is what you want to do. Like he said in his lecture, do not follow your problem is your problem, and my problem is my problem. So if you are certain in yourself, you just keep doing what you want to do. If you are certain in yourself, I know Mama, you want to come in, but I want to help you on that. My little girl, Catherine. When like you rightly said, African parents want our children. We all want our children to go to uni. The two of them, there's three. The two of them, after sixth form, went to uni, and Catherine said no. I am not going to. I have my own way. And every time I brought the conversation, you could see the anger in her eyes. She wouldn't say anything, but you could just see the anger. And then she walked away. She wouldn't make any utterance for me to be more upset. So after 2 or 3 times, I stopped. And she went on a different trajectory. And she's happy there. And I keep saying to her, in 40, 50, 30 years' time, I wouldn't be here. It will be your life. So that is a conscious choice you have made. Do what you want to do. So make that choice. And once you make that choice, in 40, 50 years' time, the person who is supposed to be distracting you will not lead your life for you. You will have to lead your life. You see, you will have to lead your life. So if that is what you want, and this is your purpose, why would you allow somebody to distract you? You get me? Yes, Sister Mama Hughie. I can see you want to, yeah.
My dear child, it is important just to be yourself to achieve what you want to do. There are so many roads of meeting the same goal, achieving. And as I can see, you are a practical person. Some people have to see demonstration, and it goes straight. And some people just read. In fact, with me too, I'm practical. I don't like reading, though I enjoy books, but I don't. But I must see the thing happening, and then it goes 100%. So just focus on that and be. And don't, this is an African really mentality that you must go to uni or so. But that's why, because it is not really the acceptable way, the way forward. The world is progressing, and it's come to a stage where we are aware of the fact that some people can go through apprenticeship. That is why we have apprenticeship and all these things, so that those who are hands-on, those who are practical, can also have their best shining out. It doesn't mean because they go through apprentices, they are dull or they are behind. No. So be proud of who you are and achieve what you are. Don't listen. Let it affect you. And be focused, as Sister Angel said. And to add on to Sister Angel's, when he mentioned about the choice he had to do from the advice the brother gave, we have to be aware, is the advice the person giving me good advice to lead me to my goal? And if it is the goal, she realized that it is the best advice to lead her to a goal. So she took a decision and implemented it. And that's how we should all do, because sometimes some people talk. You have to know where a good, how they say, give your cloth to the best tailor. So you have to know what is good advice and what is not. God bless you.
You see, as it's already been said, maybe your father wanted or your mother wanted to be a doctor, and she didn't do it. So they would like to live their dreams through their children, and it is very wrong. It is very wrong. You let your child do what they want to do, because, like Kofi said, if the way we came, that is how we will go, we will leave them, and they will have to live their lives. So there's no need to force your child to do something that he or she doesn't want to do. Just bless the situation, and then you yourself, you will feel comfortable.
Yeah, go.
Well, when he talk about, sometimes you see people looking at dissonance. You know very well this is the outcome of what you are doing, but you choose to do it. It happens to many of